we'll get into why businesses are investing into AI. I'd say first it's about efficiency. AI can automate routine tasks, draft communications, handle data at a scale that saves employees hours of work. Second, it's competitive edge. Organizations are using AI to analyze their information faster, surface insights, and make quicker decisions, which can be the difference between keeping up or falling behind. And then finally, there's risk management. Once employees begin experimenting with free AI tools on their own, companies realize the risks. Sensitive data leaving the organization or outputs that don't meet compliance and security standards. Enterprise AI gives them more control, protecting privacy, keeping data internal, and reducing all of those risks. So then we'll get into consumer versus enterprise AI, and it's an important distinction, I would say. Consumer AI means the free or personal versions, like ChatGPT, the free version, or Gemini. Those are public-facing, and your inputs may be stored or used to improve the models. That's why they're not safe for business or sensitive data. So where do you think AI could save you time, maybe in your work, from anything you've seen, or is there anything you're thinking like, oh yeah, I could probably save myself even a couple minutes by using AI more? Of course, some benefits and limitations. To really understand AI at work, we have to weigh its benefits and limitations. On the benefit side, value is kind of clear. There's speed. Something that could take you 20 minutes can be done in 1 or 2. Consistency, AI does not get tired. Efficiency, AI automates repetitive, low-value work. It frees us up for bigger strategic tasks. And there's also, though, limitations that we cannot ignore. AI does not have judgment. It doesn't know what's appropriate for your client exactly or what fits into your company's culture, of course, unless you give it that context. And then, it lacks context, doesn't understand the why behind your project or human relationships. It doesn't understand ethics. It can't tell exactly what's fair or unfair, or maybe what's kind of responsible or more irresponsible for your company or business. And then here's some AI mistakes, of course, it can make. One of the biggest issues is accuracy. Sometimes AI hallucinates, which means it produces an answer that sounds confident, but it's completely false. It can also create fake citations or references that don't actually exist, which is risky if you're doing research or in a professional setting. So the bottom line is AI can and will make mistakes. It's powerful but not perfect, so always double check your information. And here's a couple tips on how to check your work. First is to, of course, fact check externally. Don't just take its answer. Cross-check it against trusted sources outside of the AI you're using, like other websites, reports, or databases. Second, ask in new ways and be specific. I've found that it can take what you say literally. So if your question is vague, the answer might be vague as well. Being clear and specific helps you get more accurate results. And if something doesn't look right, try rephrasing it or asking from a different angle. Third, confirm the data is accurate and up to date. AI doesn't always know, of course, again, what's most recent. So make sure that your details are using reflect the latest information. And by taking these steps, of course, you could better control the quality of the outcomes it gives you and make sure that it's actually helping you and not making mistakes. And then, I'd say the lesson here's that the era of deepfakes, we can't always trust even what we see or hear anymore, even a live call, unfortunately. The organizations need probably extra layers of verification for high stakes requests like that, especially involving that much money. Here are some security practices, of course, we should be following. Number 1, use only approved AI tools. So when dealing with private information, of course, the enterprise AI tools are probably the best to use, even though they still could probably have some leaks in there somewhere. I just always look at their privacy and information like that. But it does reduce the risks, of course, of using the free versions. 2 is to train staff to recognize AI-driven phishing and social engineering. Scams are no longer as sloppy as they used to be. Key takeaways today is AI is already in our tools. Human judgment matters. Automation and AI can speed things up, but they can't replace their critical thinking. Protect data. We've seen real-world examples like the Samsung case where putting sensitive information to AI can go wrong. And finally, verify your information. Just take a step back and fact check before you act or share on what it's giving you. But AI is very powerful, but it's still a tool. We should treat it like an assistant, not a replacement. And we can use it to be more efficient, more creative, and more effective without sacrificing trust or responsibility. The future is not about AI replacing us. It's about how well we combine AI speed with our own judgment and expertise.